What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing ToA Hard 100. I completed this a few days ago, but I didn't record it when I did it, so I'm gonna record it this time. Hopefully the same thing works. I did one shot it last time, so hopefully I can repeat that. Now I'll do a bit of commentary at the start of each wave. The fight's going to be pretty long, so I probably won't be speaking a lot until I get to the actual boss. And like the waves are pretty self-explanatory. You just want to dot them up, control their attack bars, at least with my team anyway. And yeah, just endure through it. It does take a little while, so hopefully we'll see what happens. So feel free to fast forward if there's not much happening. But I will do this just to show you, sort of what I did when I did it originally. The hardest part for my team is just the very start, like around now, because like this team doesn't have a lot of CC. Like I had to build it around getting to the last boss. So hopefully I can endure through it. It's much easier if I can get like the spare procs, obviously, but that's a bit reliant on RNG. So this team doesn't really have much CC going, but it's only like Brian's Despair procs and Beretta's Despair procs. And then I'm just like, yeah, reducing attack power helps as well. That's why I bring Jasun to heal through it, and Brian can tank the fire guys, and having a reviver is nice as a insurance policy. I'll show the runes at the end of the video as well. I'm not really getting any despair procs, so I'm a bit worried. The casters are pretty annoying because of the shields, and the skeleton level's 70, so it takes a while to kill these guys. I think I've seen people do this without Hua, but I feel Hua it makes it a lot easier to have if you have her. You'll see what I mean when I get to the actual boss. She can pretty much lock him down as long as she's fast enough. I'm just using Hua to try to put attack speed slow on as many guys as I can. Well, they're female, but you know what I mean. The healing debuff also helps since the casters heal as well, so Brian helps this a lot too. He's good for, especially for the last boss. So I'll get to what the last boss actually does when I get to him, but yeah, everything he has like a specific purpose. I think Jasun is probably the most ideal healer because there's a lot of healing debuffs, not only on not only on these trash waves like these succubus, but also for the final boss. So if you can't bring Brian, at least try to bring a heal block of some sort from like someone else. And it helps if Hua is max skilled. Mine is max skilled because she needs the harmful effect rate on her first skill. I'll explain that in more detail when I actually get to the end, and I'll show you like all the stats and runes. Obviously, if you can focus one down, that will help a lot. There's not much more else to say about this one, so feel free to skip to the part 2. I probably won't be saying much else. You sort of you should get the idea by now. But if otherwise, you can continue watching if you feel like watching the whole fight. See, these healing debuffs are really annoying. So hopefully I get enough time to heal up. Okay, last guy, so you pretty much just left click him to death. Especially when there's only Hua left, she can just stop them from moving pretty much. You don't want to waste any skills when you get to this point, obviously, because you want them for the start of the next fight. Obviously, it'll take a long time to die though. Okay, so it's pretty much the same idea here. Just want to keep them CC'd. It's a bit annoying since it's triple reviver. But hopefully you can dot them up and kill them. Just use Hua to control the attack bars. I think it's best to try to keep the Conrads controlled or under control. Wow, triple stun on the fire, guys. That was pretty good RNG. And obviously put the attack speed slow on anyone you can. Her application rate is still only 80% at max skill, but I mean, it's good enough. It's good. You gotta pray for a bit of luck, I guess, but I mean, she's pretty strong, so. Oh shit, hopefully I can... Should move next, hopefully. Okay. Obviously for this stage, you should try to make her pretty tanky if you can, because as you can see, it hurts when they armor break. So now my despair procs are going wild. It's good for me. And yeah, there's not actually, well, I was a bit silent for a bit, but there's not much else to say for this fight. You sort of get the idea. I mean, my despair procs are doing pretty well for me, but hopefully it's the same for you guys. It's not too bad if if they revive. They're bound to revive anyway. Just kill them slowly. There's no healing or anything, so well, apart from the buff when they get revived, so just slowly kill them off. Okay, it should be pretty much done. I think just the right guy left. They all die to dots, so I don't really need to do much. Okay, now to explain some things on the fight, because you may not have noticed, well, you may not have pay attention to his abilities if you're doing it on normal. Because normally on normal, most people will just let me get my mouse. So normally people just kill the right crystal and then just kill the boss straight up, right? They don't really care about his abilities, because usually by the time you can get to the point where you kill him, like you don't really you probably don't need a manual for him or anything, right? So let's just go through a few of his abilities first. Alright, Fatal Flames. He counterattacks and recovers hit points. Alright. You'll see it like the monster will start burning a bit and he'll get hit points for that. So that's why you bring a heal block, and that's why Brian is good for this fight, right? And then this one, Almighty, is probably the most important one, right? So he'll remove the harmful effects when it's his turn, right? And he'll gain like stats depending on the number of harmful effects removed. So that's like obviously the most dangerous part. That's why you bring things like Hua and Beretta to prevent him from moving, basically, and removing debuffs and stuff like that. Because you have to put slow on him at least, and then you ideally want to have heal block on him as well. So he's like, if he's getting turns and he's removing those two every turn, then he's going to get pretty strong. Especially since it's on hard. He's got heaps of hit points. It's going to take ages to kill him, right? And then this one, decreased defense, attacks of all enemies. So obviously, if he gets too many Almighty stacks, then this thing is going to start hurting your team. And then there's his standard attack here. Now the crystals, the left crystal is not too important. Disturb enemy hit point recovery. Like with the team that I have set up here, I'll have enough turns to remove the hit point recovery just on having a sheer number of turns alone. And second skill, it's kind of like a resurge, or similar to resurge on Konami and stuff like that, without the attack power buff. So he gets attacked straight away, right? So that's why pretty much this crystal, the right crystal, is the most important one to kill straight off, right? Because otherwise he gets Almighty stacks. Now, so this means for my team, I'll be using Beretta to dot up the two crystals, right? And I'll use Hua to control the boss. So Hua will put slow on the boss, and that's the only debuff I want to put on the boss until the crystals die, right? Because he's gonna get a couple of turns at least, because you need to let the crystal move at some stage so that it dies to the dots. But I'll just only leave attack speed slow on him. He can gain like a couple of stacks. It's not the end of the world. It's only when he gets a lot of stacks that it starts to get dangerous. So Bernard, don't use his second skill. At least not now. You can do it later when once the crystals are down. So I'm gonna begin the fight. Sorry for the delay, but I think it's important for people to know what the skills do, because then at first glance they probably don't really understand it straight off. Hopefully by the time you get to doing this boss, you'll how the boss works, but you may not. Alright, I'm gonna turbulence this. Oh, damn, it missed. Keep Hua on the boss. Now if anyone falls low, then obviously use Jasun to heal. If anyone dies to AoE, then Brian is insurance, right? So you're pretty much you just need to control the boss until these crystals die. And preferably control the crystal too, but my turbulence missed, so that was pretty unfortunate, because he shouldn't have moved so quickly. I'm gonna try to put attack speed slow on that. Okay. I probably should have done that earlier actually, but I wasn't banking on. Actually, maybe I think I misclicked there. I should have hit the boss. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, doesn't screw me over. Okay, back to hitting the boss. So use your judgment here, right? Like, because you want the crystal to not move too much as well. So if you can spare like a hit to reduce the crystal so that you have time to put more dots on it, then that will help. Oh, the right crystal at least. The left crystal you don't care about. Maybe worst case scenario, use turbulence as a backup. And also you keep using Bernard to buff your team. If I put one more Phoenix on the right crystal, it should be I should be able to let the crystal move a turn. My Hua's not proccing much, so a bit of trouble with the boss. Hopefully I can keep him down low enough. I don't want him to move twice, that's why. Alright, so at this point the crystal should move before the boss, so he won't gain that much attack bar, right? And that way I can save the turbulence for later, I think. Hopefully it works out the way I think it will. Alright, well, I don't mind Hua reducing attack bar, so there he goes. My Hua did die. Like, she's not really on like the perfect runes for this, but that's why I bring Brian really. So I think I'll do this so that Brian will revive, and then I should be able to start recovering a bit. I can't heal up Beretta that much, but hopefully by the time yeah, turbulence now. Hopefully I can get another heal off. Alright, now I need to control that right tower again. Some pretty good violent procs from Chasun there. Alright, I'm gonna drop the right tower a bit, because I want to put another Phoenix on it. Okay, I think I should turbulence the yeah, probably the boss. Okay, then I'll use Hua to hit the tower again, just because I'm not really ready for him to move yet. Okay, I think that should be enough dots, hopefully. See how we go, because if I can afford to keep do another Phoenix, like hold off until another Phoenix, then I should do that. Okay, Hua's gonna move soon, but so I think I should turbulence the boss, and if Hua moves, I'll use it on the crystal. Get another Phoenix off, so that should be enough, I think. gonna let the boss move. I hope it's enough. Or, you know, I shoot turbulence then. Hopefully the crystal will die from those dots. If I can put like an extra dot, maybe it will help as well. Ah, damn it. Alright, well, it will die the next time, so for now I can just focus on controlling the boss, because luckily, well, he only used the first skill, so hopefully I don't get any more resistance on attack bar reductions. One, two, three, four. Put healing debuff on him now. Attack speed slow. Okay, that should be plenty of dots now. So now I can focus on the boss. So now we get to this point. It's very easy to just control the boss, right? You just want Hua to constantly attack the boss, and you save turbulence for when the attack bar, you know, gets into like a dangerous area, right? Yeah, I think I'll just do this. It doesn't really matter, like, as long as you don't let him have a move, then it doesn't matter how many debuffs you put in him, right? And this is like, it's very important to have attack speed slow, because like, you know, you don't want him to get his turns off, so anything that helps you keep him under control, that's what you want to bring. So that's why you want things like speed buff as well. I think you could possibly use Verd instead of Bernard as well. I haven't tried it yet, because this is only the second time I've done this, but I think that could work too. And now it's just like this takes a long time, but it's very easy from here, barring the resist and stuff, because the attack bar reduction is still affected by resist, and as you know, when you get to really high floors of ToA, the resistance is pretty high. But between things like violence and her own passive to double hit, and then having like turbulence backup, you shouldn't have trouble keeping him down. And you still need a healer, because you see he counterattacks. Well, you don't actually see him actually counterattack, but he does do like it's similar to like a reflect, I guess. I think it's the best way to describe it. So you still need a healer to sustain yourself through this. And Trishun is nice since she gives attack buff as well, so it helps speed up the run a bit. Even though you probably want to take your time, because you don't want to fuck this up, you know. But yeah, at this point, it's pretty over, so I mean, there's not much else for me to say. I've pretty much explained the whole fight already. So if you want, feel free to fast forward to the end. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't fail from here, even though this is not going to cost me any energy. But I think it's good to show you that I can actually finish the actual finish. I mean, Hua's doing a pretty good job with keeping him under control. Last time when I first did it, like I had to use turbulence a fair bit just to like help her out, but this time around it's not too bad. And obviously try to get good. Oh, there you go. See, she failed on that one, but she did violent and double hit, so that makes up for it. You can't really order from here because like things can still go wrong, especially when you have like all these dots on him, right? Or like, sorry, these harmful effects. As I said earlier, in case case you skipped it before, I will show you the runes at the end of the video. I'll put that in the description anyway. But just to explain a bit while you're still watching, Beretta is on Despair, as you probably noticed when I was doing the trash waves. Despair and Focus, Speed, Hit Point, Accuracy. I think ideally you would want to make him Speed, Hit Point. I just didn't have the Hit Point rune at the time. Like last time I did free rune removal, and it's pretty important to get him to pretty high accuracy too. So I think it's fine to have accuracy in the slot 6, but you need good hit point substats, because as you can see at the beginning of this fight when he did his AoE, it almost killed my Beretta, right? And I think Beretta was pretty close to full health at the time, so you want to avoid that. And I think having the extra, so now since I didn't really reduce the attack by that much, I'll use Turbulence now just to be safe. I mean, there's plenty of time for it to recover, the cooldown. Even though my Beretta is not even max skilled, right? The Turbulence is not maxed, so I'm missing a cooldown reduction on that. Other people who have cooldown reduction on Beretta probably find out much more easier than I do. So as I was saying, like you could probably, if you can get Beretta to say 80% hit accuracy on like a hit point slot 6, then I would do that. I prefer to do that. It shouldn't be too high with substat, because like with substat you're probably just going to be aiming for speed, accuracy, and like some hit points as well anyway, so it'd be pretty easy to get that. Bernard is obviously on Swift. His offset doesn't really matter, but if I was to say an ideal one, I'd say Focus, just so that he can land his debuffs on the trash waves much easier. But it doesn't really matter, since you're going to build him for PvP and you're going to make him as fast as you can, so it doesn't really matter what offset he has, as long as he's very fast. Hua is on Violent Blade, but she can be built like quite a number of ways. I built her pretty much for like a bit of an all-purpose build. The way I have it built is useful for most things, which is speed, crit rate, and accuracy. So that's why I think she needs good accuracy, but she doesn't need, like, it's very easy for her to get good accuracy because her awakening effect is accuracy bonus, and you give her a focus set and she's already like halfway there. That's why, well, she's on Blade just because I had those like the runes for her at the time. But if you want to build one specifically for ToA Hard, I'd say probably something like speed, hit point, or speed, hit point, defense. I think that's what people usually run. That way she can survive the AoE that way. But I mean, mine doesn't survive the AoE obviously, but I bring Brian to revive, so I can get away with it. So it really depends how, like, what you have on your team. I'll probably repeat this at the end when I show the stats and stuff anyway, but I don't really have much else to talk to you guys about right now, since I mean the fight's pretty much done. It's just rinse and repeat for like 15 minutes or something. And Brian is on Despair as well. You probably noticed that when he stunned a few guys, including all 3 finesses. That was pretty lucky, but I think I still would be fine even if they didn't get stunned. As long as one gets stunned, I guess it helps a lot. He's on Despair Revenge though. He's on triple hit points just for like PvE purposes, so there's a couple ways to build Brian. Really depends what you're trying to use him for. I only use him in ToA Hard, so I didn't really bother making him fast, but some people prefer like a fast build for PvP. Oh shit, that's not good. Hopefully my Hua can make up for that, because she missed one before too. And Trisun's is on Violent. Violent Endure, but that's not ideal. Oh shit, I'm in trouble. Better heal up now. Alright, he's gonna... I don't have Turbulence, so he's gonna move. Hopefully this doesn't kill me, because that would be fucked. Alright, he didn't gain that much, so that was alright. Well, I mean, he didn't really do anything. He didn't kill me or anything, so that was good. I can still recover even if he, attacks. Last time, well, as long as you don't give him too many stacks at the start, you can afford to give him a few more. But last time, like, he moved like quite a number of times, so he had quite a lot of almighty stacks. So I didn't really understand it at the time when I did it as well. So I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to like the almighty buff. So I was like throwing like debuffs on him because I was afraid like if he attacked me, then I'd take too much damage. That's why I was like debuffing attack power and stuff on him. But I shouldn't have done that. If you're still watching this like without skipping, I highly I commend you, because I probably would have skipped to the Rune section already. I mean, I can edit the video, but well, I don't know if I'll do that yet, because well, it depends how long this video goes, I guess. I can possibly cut out stuff. But I think it's better for people to have the whole fight and like everything I say, and then you can skip at your own leisure, right? I think it's probably better, even though the video will be a lot longer. That attack bar is getting a little bit scary because my Hard's not proccing anything. No double hits. I think I have time for Turbulence, hopefully. So as my Hua at least removes a little bit. Oh my god, missed. Oh, okay. Violent proc. Okay. We're safe. Okay, easily done. Sort of. So pretty much, if you can get to, I think if you're good enough to get to the boss on ToA Hard, you should be able to do it. I felt he was a lot easier than some of those bosses, with the normal boss force, that is. Alright, so I'm going to my monsters. I'll show you how they're ruined and stuff. So Beretta, as you can see, has absolutely no skill ups. I think it'd be ideal if he does, but I wouldn't really spend Devilmon on him, right? It'd be nice to have, if you have plenty of Sylphs, then by all means feed it to him. But I wouldn't spend Devilmon on him. I think it's better to use Devilmon on other stuff. But yeah, Sylphs are they're expendable. I have one of my friends even like fused extra Berettas. I think that's too much work for what you get out of it. But I mean, if you're really bored, I guess, and you have all the fodder ready, then you can do that. But Yeah, because you want the cooldown reduction will help speed up the trash waves, and obviously for turbulence, lower cooldown is nice for controlling the boss, and even just for trash waves as well. And he's on spare focus. I'll just show the runes for maybe 5 seconds, and you can pause it if you want to check the runes out on your own. So pretty much all he wants is speed, accuracy, and hit points, right? And these are his stats. So I'd say try to aim for 200 speed if you're using Beretta a lot in ToA Hard, and try to get his hit points is, I think it's actually pretty decent considering he's only got 1 hit point rune, but he can get a lot better. His base hit points is pretty good, especially for an attack type. Okay, so that's Beretta. This is Monk Bernard. He's on 263 speed, which is not by no means the fastest on the server or anything. It's probably, I'd say, for like Conqueror 3 level, it's about average. A lot of people have around 260 speed Bernards around there, but he's on speed hit point defense, which is not ideal for PvP. But I did it just because I had the speed rune for I had a speed upgrade on this rune, this defense rune at 17 speed. So that's why I gave it to him. Ideally it would be a hit point rune, but I don't have a hit point rune that's that fast. Okay, so that's Bernard. This is my Chasun. So she's quite fast because I gave her pretty much my best speed violent runes. Because she's not on speed slot 2, so you can imagine how much speed she's getting from substats, right? And she's on triple hit points, so that's why her hit points is quite high. And yeah, so hopefully with rune enchantments and stuff, I'll improve her runes a bit. Like this one, I can remove the flat hit points and give her more hit point percent. That'd be pretty nice, unless I can find a better speed rune. And yeah, this rune's pretty good. Change that stupid flat defense though. This rune is obviously quite nice, 21 speed. And she's on Endure. Ideally she would be on Nemesis, but I don't have Nemesis runes of the quality that these Endure runes are on, so that's why she has those. This rune could improve a lot, but that's the best I had for her at the time. Who's next? Hua. Should have showed that earlier. So this is Hua. Her hit points is actually not too bad. I think I have a lot of hit point subs on her, but ideally it should be probably 20k plus. As you could see before, Beretta survived with about 23k hit points. So if you can get Hua up above that, then she'll have a much better chance to survive. She's got near max accuracy. I think you don't have to get 100%, but if you can get it as high as you can, that will help a lot. Because you want to minimize the chances of the attack bar reduction missing, right? I should have showed the Chasun skill ups, but anyway, this is max skill, right? The main important one is this one to get max skill, because then she'll have 80% landing rate on her attack speed slow, which is still not that reliable because of RNG, but I think it's, considering her skill set, it's pretty good. And these are her runes. She definitely wants to be on violent. I think you could maybe get away with Swift, but I think having that violent added insurance of proccing extra attacks in cases where she misses her attack by reduction, and violent helps recover from that, and try to get her as fast as possible. For me, she's a bit of a hybrid build at the moment, and it's not ideal for ToA Hard, but I use her for a lot of different purposes, so that's why she's ruined a bit weirdly. Just to go back on Chasun, she's got Fallen Blossom skill up, which is only one, but obviously the most important one is to max the Amuse, right? So pretty much if Chasun doesn't have max Amuse, she's not all that good anyway. So if you're going to use Jasoon, she should be at least at this skill level in terms of skill ups. And the first skill doesn't really matter too much, but if you are unlucky, I was pretty lucky to get the skill ups all into a Muse. But having this skill skilled up is not the worst. And my Brian. So okay, Brian, if you can get him max skilled, then that'll be ideal. Because as you can see, there's harmful effect rates, right? And 80% harmful effect rate is nice. But like, you should have plenty of turns to apply it on the boss anyway. So you're not really in a hurry. But I mean, it's nice to have. I think the main important one though is the revive. Sorry, if you don't have the revive maxed at all, then you probably want to put him on violent, and then you give up the despair procs. So I mean, it can work, but then if you don't have despair procs, you may not have enough CC to control the trash waves. So hopefully you can get him at least maxed on this. And it's nice if this one is maxed for the harmful effect rate. I'm a couple short, but reducing attack power helps a lot on trash waves. And these are his stats. I just made him as tanky as I could. Ideally, I would give him a bit more speed, like a little bit more speed. So say, I think it'd be nice to get him to like 150, and then I'll have to check whether during next rune removal if I can change him. And he's on Despair Revenge. This is more of a filler rune, but so hopefully I can try to change that in free rune removal for next time. And yeah, just trying to stack hit points, defense, speed. Accuracy is nice as like a bonus as well. He benefits from a lot of things. You don't really need to give him like crit or anything though, but if it's on there, then by all means. Resistance is nice as well if you want to use him in PvP. But if you use him in PvP, you probably would prefer like speed and then hit points and resistance after that. And I think that covers it. Yep, that pretty much covers it. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helps anyone who's trying to do the last boss in ToA Hard. I'll try to do some more ToA Hard bosses at some stage, hopefully before the month ends, but otherwise I'll do some more next month. Hopefully I can try to cover all the harder ones. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.